Thursday, January 18th, 2018, Monaco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. It's 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to give an update about what happened yesterday. I wasn't able to make a video. I was traveling, but I did follow the markets, very wild markets. Cryptocurrencies moving a lot. Bitcoin dropped below 10,000. Now it's back at 11,000. Precious metals also very volatile. Gold rebounded well yesterday afternoon in the US, got up to 1340, and then towards the end of the day it was bashed down below 1330. And the Dow, as usual, did very well. Not as usual, because the previous day it had lost about 150, but it gained over 300 yesterday. And I think what's going on here is that the Dow is the only thing right now that's keeping the U.S. financial system from imploding, or because it's the only thing that they can manipulate and make look good. And I think there's some news out there that were very important, like actually late on Tuesday, that came out, and that was about China. The biggest Chinese rating agency, Dagong, downgrading the U.S. And I read the article here from the FT, January 16th. Chinese ratings agency Dagong downgrades U.S. on political deficiencies. And it says, China's rating agency Dagong has downgraded its assessment of U.S. government debt, saying the country is, and I quote, on the wrong track that departs from logic, days after officials dismiss reports of waning Chinese demand for treasuries as fake news. In the statement, Dagong said the U.S.'s political ecology was showing deficiencies that make it hard to keep the country on track. It added, under the political ecology, which is built by the factional rivalries, factional interests are prioritized, and it is hard for the government to focus on the management of the national economy and social development. And it goes on to say the perennial negative impact of the superstructure on the economic base has continued to deteriorate the debt repayment sources of the federal government, and this trend will be further exacerbated by the government's massive tax cuts. The increasing reliance on debt-driven mode of economic development will continue to erode solvency of the federal government. So the new local and foreign currency ratings for the U.S. are now BBB+ from A- previously, and it says the outlook remains negative, which means further downgrades could lie ahead. I read another article, I think it was RT, saying that the U.S. now rating is the same as Turkmenistan. This is the kind of thing people have been talking about, and like me and other people in the alternative media, financial media, that the U.S. debt is not sustainable, that the tax cuts are going to make it even worse. David Stockman. So now the Chinese are saying it. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, who is Dagong? So I had a look here, and it says Dagong Global Credit Rating. The company was established in 1994 following approval by the People's Bank of China and the State Economic and Trade Division of the People's Republic of China. And the other thing is, it's approved in Europe. In June 2013, the Dagong Europe Credit Rating was registered and received authorization from European Securities and Market Authority as credit rating agency. I guess they're not operating in the U.S. The other problem the Chinese have, not only China, but all the other BRICS countries, is that the American rating agencies like Moody's, S&P's, they seem to be quite soft when it comes to rating the Western countries, and they're more they're tougher on the BRICS countries. So this is quite interesting that it's come out. I know a lot of people are waiting for the crude oil trading from China to start today, the 18th. But I've been on their website. There is quite a bit of information, but I don't see any contract trading yet. The last thing that they've got in terms of news is on the 5th of December. And it says, notice on crude oil futures pre-listing overall market testing in production environment. So they allowed counterparties, participants to test this. But I haven't seen any announcement as to it starting to trade yet. We'll have to keep an eye on it. So what are we doing this morning? Well, as I said, spot gold was hammered towards the end of the day yesterday, U.S. trading market. The dollar as well rebounded quite sharply. The dollar was down quite a bit. I think we made a low towards 90.34 in the dollar index. I saw that the euro traded above 123. The pound got up to almost 140, and then things turned around, and that's when gold went down. So this morning gold is at 1328.30, up $1.30. The range has been 1324 to 1330 basically. Still quite positive in the precious metals because I think the dollar, all it's doing right now is consolidating, and it's going to fall further. Spot silver 1704, up 5, so above 17, which is not bad considering what happened a couple of days ago. Range 1707 to 1695. And the Dow this morning is actually down 35 points, 26,075. Currency-wise, the pound right now is 138.30, unchanged from the close late yesterday. The euro is up 21 pips at 122.06, and the dollar is at 111.15, down 12 pips against the yen. So fairly quiet currency markets for now. The crude oil is just below $64, the WTI. And as I said, cryptocurrencies rebounded. I wrote an article, and I'll put a link to it late on the 16th about cryptocurrencies and what I thought about this gut-wrenching correction that we've seen. And yeah, I wrote this article on Steemit, and I'll put the link below. Basically, I was saying that it's a good correction for investors. It might, for people who have chased the market, it's not going to be good. But if you have tokens that you believe in, that you like the projects, it's time to keep accumulating it. Yesterday, I accumulated more EOS. So I think people need to focus and stay on course. So this morning we got Bitcoin at 11,000. The high has been 11,800 in the last 24 hours. Ethereum has traded back above 1,000, but it's now 982. Ripple 136. EOS is trading back above 10. I think we got to a 7 handle when we had that big correction. Bond markets, I saw yesterday, and that's an important one with what's happening with China, the downgrade of the U.S. The 10-year yield right now actually is at 259. So we know that from the videos I made in the past, we know that the key level there is 263, of course. But right now, in the last week or so, this 259 level has been big resistance. So we are right there at the moment. That will be interesting to keep an eye on, in my opinion. Will it be another false alarms and yields will come back down? We'll have to see. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, share it, subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on steemit.com and on Twitter. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.